If you missed my mixed media art journaling project, a little bit of abstract painting, doodling, a little bit of a paint and texture and something else, that's what we're going to do today. I'm gonna grab some gesso primer, clear gesso and modeling paste to start my project. But before that, we do need to do a little bit of preparation, and that's the middle part of this book. This is a very old book, as you can imagine. I already glued down 1 to 3 pages together, so I suggest you to do so just in case, because a lot of you have been asking me, Marta, is your paper not wrinkling? Of course it is. Of course it is. To avoid it, the best way is to make sure that you are going to put together a few pages to make them thicker, to make a good base. But as well, what's important, make sure that you wait a little bit and give it a time to actually dry it out, because if this 2-3 pages together will be done and you're gonna straight away do art on it, you know, it could wrinkle again. I glued these together months ago because I was using different books, but it's just an idea, an example. You can work around things a little bit maybe earlier on. Think about that. I think that's a good suggestion. Now, how I'm placing my tape, it's also very much how it feels right, how it's good. I'm gonna be gently covering a little bit of those. I like this text, and you know, like, I love using old books. I think it's fantastic, but I'm gonna fade it a little bit, Using old books, it's fantastic because it's eco-friendly way of saving the books, I think. So let's do that. And next step is going to be a little bit, just a little bit of a play to have my primer in between. Ooh, I think this brush isn't clean, which I'm not surprised. That's usually what happens with my supplies. They're not that very much ready. I'm super bad in terms of preparation for my supplies. I don't wash my brushes too fast, too soon. That's bad, I know. As I'm just gonna do a little bit of adding white here and there. I'm planning for a little bit of my stenciling and flowers from the flower book. I love flower book. I don't think I used it enough, and we're gonna change this. Now, I think I need some thicker gesso, because that primer from Pentart, I don't know, let's see something else. Maybe I just added wet brush that didn't help. Now, why am I doing this? There is no reason for me doing it. I'm doing it because I feel like I wish to have a little bit of happenings on my page. So basically, I'm not thinking, I'm not giving, you know, there's nothing like a set in stone of how to do stuff. It just feels right that that's what I'm doing. A lot of times I love having my middle part whitish, usually. Old days, old Marta, I would do that. I would have my middle part whitish, have the contrast between the sides, and that's what I'm gonna do. And also we'll do a little bit of stenciling, so that's going to be fantastic. So I'm basically, probably the idea is to fade it a little bit and mix it on the pages, like make the pages different, do a little bit of movement. So we have we have tape, and now we have a bit of a white, so we are breaking all of it. And now I can see that my page is wrinkled, but I'm okay with that. I don't know why you, some of you are stressed over it. Don't be, it's fine if it's too much wrinkle or whatever. Just press it, dry it, press it with heavy book and stuff like that. Okay, so we have this, and the next step is to cover the rest of it with the clear gesso. And why? Because I really would love to make sure that everything is primed and ready, so I can actually do a little bit of stenciling. And once the stenciling is dry, I can do coloring. I don't want the paint to sink in into my pages. And if you're not gonna prime your pages, the color will sink in. Some mediums will work much worse. With the preparation of the pages, it's fantastic because you can use any medium you want. You can mix and match in between. You can just mix it all, and it's fantastic. So I always try to prime my pages. I try, because you can also wash it off things if you prime it. So that's a great way of starting up your project. It's a great startup. So the old Marta days, that's what I would do. I would always prime it. I would actually, old days Marta, would prime it with white gesso only. But nowadays, all these months and years recently, I've been loving clear gesso far more than the white one. Now, clear gessos are different. Look for the one without the tooth. More of the being without the tooth, so smooth gesso. And I have the Little Birdie one, clear gesso from Little Birdie. I know that smooth gesso, it's also from Prima, so check it out. And you can leave me in the comments what best clear gesso you found and used. We all wish to hear it, because I know different people can get different gessos in different countries. So it's good to chat about that. What sort of clear gesso are you suggesting to purchase? Let's try this. Everything seems to be dry. Next step is going to be adding texture paste. Now you can add texture paste, you can add modeling paste, whatever paste you have. You can add even a 3D gel medium, a matte or gloss or heavy gel medium, or anything that is heavy in texture that will like create a raised texture basically. So if something is falling down from your spatula, that means it's not maybe thick enough, and it will not stay high enough to create the texture with the stencil. Any stencil will be perfectly fine. I'm deciding, I'm choosing one of my most favorite stencils, honestly. I don't think yet again I played enough with it, so it's good to just be back to it. And I love being inconsistent where I'm placing it, so I'm not filling the whole background here with the stencil. I'm just taking it part of it, and I'm gonna lift it up and hopefully get a little bit more here, maybe like here. There we go. The stencil was dirty so it is actually contaminating with a little bit of color in there, but that's okay. And I will try to have a little bit of a play here as well, in contrast to this texture. Like, I think there is a lot of texture on that side, so I'm just adding a little bit in place, and that's it. And maybe I'm gonna add here on the bottom, and honestly this is going to be like, I think it-ish, is it? Let me see. We're gonna have the color going in here and the heaviness maybe there. You can always add texture, but you don't have to color it. So that's one of the things. You don't have to color your texture if you feel like, no. So let's see. There we go. Just a little bit of, I think the color is going to be going a little bit on the top, on the bottom, and here on the whole side. And I'm gonna fussy cut this flower, I think. Possibly put it on this side here and a little bit there, to have heavy right hand side and much lighter left hand side. I'm gonna wash this, dry it, and I'll be back either today or tomorrow morning. Hello my friends. I told you I'll be back the next day. Let's guess how much time has passed. Yeah, take a quick guess right now, and I'm gonna tell you how many days or weeks. Honestly, I think it's been a week. Yeah, there has been so much going on in this week that postponed, stopped everything that I have been doing, my Lucas has been doing. Everything revolved around this week differently because of something that came up unexpectedly this week, something we've been so excited about, so happy about, but also it involved our time thinking and everything. So as I have mentioned, it's literally like we couldn't focus on anything else. There was a lot of checking, a lot of talking, a lot of meetings and all, basically to not hold you any longer of what have happened. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you that since, I think from my now checking, since 6 years I have been actively on the lookout for a new house. We're living here 10 years. We bought this house 10 years ago, 10 or something, I think so. And since day one, we knew it's not our forever home for various reasons, even though it's ideal, fabulous and beautiful home and all, and we love it. But over the years we outgrown this space also, and it's just more convenient for work and everything, and the girls as well and everything. And this week, just out of the blue, 3 properties came to equation, and so we had to check, look, meet accountant, meet agent, meet see the houses, like everything you can only imagine. I don't have any news as if for now to tell you, yes, we got the house, we're moving out. No, but we are closer to moving out or making a decision than ever before, to be honest. So that's what happened this week. This is why I never came back to my desk to finish the project, because my head was elsewhere, as you can only imagine. Our both heads were elsewhere. We had a lot of chat and thinking. Decision is still not made, unfortunately, but we are closer, and we have to wait another, I guess, 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks we are very hopeful that something that I can't really share, but something will about to happen, or something may change that will change our entirely upcoming year or something. So we shall see how things are going to be. It's very exciting, very stressful, very it's amazing situation. Like, I've been dreaming to move in house and changing the studio for a bigger one for the last 6 years actively. As I said, since day one we knew it, we're not gonna be here forever. I don't know why, we just knew it. We just had a feeling, because I remember when we were applying for mortgage and all, I remember the first thing we asked in the bank was, can we sell the house and when can we sell the house? So something was telling us this isn't the final home, and I think this is what they say as well, your first home isn't your last home. And I think with all the knowledge we gathered for the past and nearly I think it's 10 years, we kind of know what we would love now, what our forever home could look like, and everything, how to finish, how to we are looking for a new house, newly built house, so that is much more difficult to find. And this is why since 6 years it's not happening. But fingers crossed, please, with your energy. I'm honestly, like, if you can affirmate, if you can think about it, if you can just somehow have a little quick prayer, if you do pray, or if you don't, if you can have just some positive vibes and cross your fingers for this to happen. Please manifest that the house is going to happen, because it's something that would change so much, and oh, it would be amazing. So I think the worst part, oh, by the way, I glued this because I really wish for my project to have this as a thicker version. I like my collage books because you can have them very thin as now without adding extra layer, or you can add the extra layer to have it thicker. I think when you have a thicker paper, you are restricted to only use it as a thick paper. It's not necessarily good for collage, because you see the sides, you see the edges, and it's not the same. Which with the books, because they are so thin, it's amazing, because you can have it thin for the collage and for the mixed media, and then if you wish to have something thicker and like a bulkier image element, you can add it, glue it down, let it dry a little bit, and fussy cut. I think, just to finish my story, I think the worst part of the last 6 years is knowing we're not gonna stay here, and making any sort of plans regarding this house isn't that great, because oh, we'll be moving out. Like, I wanted patio for outside in the garden, and every year the idea was coming back, and Lucas was always saying, in the next house. So being kind of halfway, one leg here, one leg there, without any specific information of when something will happen. I think this was driving me insane bananas. I was like, I can't be like this anymore. But I came to the realization and agreement that it is what it is, Marta. Appreciate what you have. And now with everything what's going on around the world, with the fires and all, is like your perspective changes drastically. You thinking how lucky, extremely lucky, blessed you are. So to speaking about that, I nearly don't want to talk about it, because I can only imagine all of these people that going through heartbreaking situation, and that it's like I'm there watching it on TV, crying my eyes, because it's just, you can just picture yourself in such a situation, and this is not something anyone ever would picture themselves, wish to be in that sort of situation, that you literally don't know what to do next, where to start rebuilding your life and future. So it's very hard situation. So I'm not going to be chatting much about that, and I'm not too sure if even if you would like me to sharing much about if anything will be changing regarding the house. I don't know if you would like to even see the moving part or packing, studio unpacking, designing. I don't know if this will ever happen, if you would like to be part of it, but I think I'm going to finish at that, because I just wanted to explain how intense this week was, and how I couldn't focus on finishing the books as well. I do keep on actively making books, as you probably know of, because you've been asking when is the new book coming, so something is in the making. No timeline yet, but at some point, I hope this year. It's January, Marta, this year. I'm not saying anything, but yes, it's very exciting, but also very stressful as well, you can only imagine. But we will go through all of it, I guess. But for now, I think I would love to dry this a little bit, fussy cut it, and I'll be back to you for the coloring part, for the placing part, and thinking of, maybe we're gonna cut it half, maybe we're gonna cut it partially, maybe we'll just take it partially. I don't know, we shall see. Good morning, hello my beautiful friends. This video, it seems that I can't finish it. It's the third time lucky, they say, third try. So let's try to finish it. At least now I have a color palette of these beautiful watercolors that I just think it's going to be fantastic matching. Look at it, it is beautiful. And I also found some oxides, some inks, which I also think they could be really nice. So we may have a little bit of a mixture of everything. I also fussy cut it. I didn't fussy cut these elements yet. I don't know if I will, because I possibly will be cutting pieces. I just don't know yet. But let's just have the flowers like quite near us. You may be hearing kids outside. Actually, it's quite nice. It's January, but it's quite nice weather today. So everyone is outside, including Hannah, of course. I was like, you go out now, please get some fresh air. It's a beautiful, crispy, but a beautiful day. It's warm enough, so grab your friends and go outside. So they are excited, ecstatic, they're loud, and I can hear them here, and I don't mind that, because I love having Hannah near me, so I can see her from my desk right now. I just can lurk a little bit up at the window and I can see her, so I like that. I'll honestly love that. Okay, I'm sprinkling a lot of water on these. These paints are called, I can't remember, I haven't been using them for ages. What you call these paints? They KURETAKE pastel set. I'll try to give you a link, of course. I will, of course. But Marta, you don't do this. You saying it, but you don't do it. So I'm gonna try it. So how are we going to color it, my friends? Every time I used to color it years back in that technique way, I would always say that go from the brightest to the darkest. So that's what we're going to do. This is completely dry, but let's do a tiny touch of water, like a tiny touch here and there, and let's just have a play with pink. Let's say a little bit of pink, or maybe this yellowy kind of thingy, just a little bit. And usually what I do and what I love doing is like I'm going from the side, and this way I'm hopeful that slowly but surely things will be moving. Colors are going to be moving themselves. So that's what I'm hoping for. And so we have a little bit of yellow. We can do the same yellow here, depending where are your plans are for this page regarding the colors. And I'm gonna have a little bit of here, maybe a little bit of here. Now, remember, you can always change your plan and idea and all, so don't you worry about that. Now, I'm gonna put extra, there we go, extra up high, so it's at the, it's a little bit up. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a little bit up so that there's a movement happening. So after the yellow touches, we could probably, I guess most likely, let's jump in for that bright pinkish color. And I'm not going to add it everywhere, but I'm going to add it enough to mix it with the yellow tint. It's a gorgeous mix. Look, it's not difficult to mix bright colors, and don't be afraid. And you will see how different shades are going to be appear to you because of the mixture of the pinkish and the yellow and all. Now, so I'm hopeful that, and I'm moving this even more, and I'm hopeful that slowly we're gonna have something beautiful here. Now, in the meantime, if you're slow enough, you may end up with the actual pages feeling not wet enough. Don't worry, grab your spritz, grab your water bottle and just spritz it away, because it does sink in. Now, I'm in the old book, I don't know if I have said it to you, but I have 3 pages put together. There is tape in the middle, so I've done a lot of prep work beforehand to be able to have it, because you a lot of times think, Marta, my pages are crumple, that they're not straight. Mine too, don't worry. It's just if you do it earlier enough, if you prep your page earlier enough, you are going to be able to have a thicker page, a straight page as well, if you allow it to dry and stuff like that. So put something heavy on top and things will happen. Don't worry, don't worry. Now, if there is water in the middle, you can do 2 things. You can just embrace it and just leave it for now, or you can straight away take the excess with the tissue, which I'm gonna grab now and show you. You can have the excess with the tissue, just a little bit if the water is, and voila, and keep going, keep adding. I'm back to you. I had to pick up the phone, so everything actually dried out in the meantime. I don't know where I finished, what I was saying. Anyway, we are at a little bit of a pink and a little bit of a yellow, so let's jump in with the darker pink and let's see. There is a huge laugh outside, so you may really hear the kiddies having tons of fun, so don't be surprised if you will hear some shouts. And you know, I actually appreciate the fact that, you know, there's such a lovely atmosphere here with the kids, that Hannah has friends. There's actually in our estate, I counted it today because I was talking with Mom and I was saying, what if we move out, Mom? It's going to be such a shame. There is 9 of them in the same age, kids, that they grow up together since they were born here. You know, it is a huge thing, it's a huge decision, and the fact that there are friends here and we have an amazing community of neighbors, that's, you know, that is something you would be thinking of course. So yes, there's 9 of them. I thought, wow. So yes, you know, these are the things that sometimes we'll be thinking, right, about it. Now I'm changing to a different color. I love this color. This one is number 19, I think, because don't quote me on that, because I have been changing the paints. You can see the grooves of the stencil. I hope you can see that. It's gorgeous the way as it is. Now the last thing is going to be the dark one. I don't know which one yet. Maybe one of those purpley, but I'm not keen yet to do it. So what I may do is I'm gonna just grab even more yellow, because I think the yellow, it's pretty much garnish here, which it would be nice to have it still. Have a look that I'm mostly trying to add it up the color in the, now here probably would be good to grab extra, because the, I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn off my phone, I think. Not the phone, the internet. I don't do it recently because if we are home and you know, my mom could ring or so. I used to do it, now I don't. I keep the internet on, but I will turn it off just for now, because recently someone said that it's distracting. I don't know, maybe for some it is. So just to not annoy you guys, I will turn it off for a moment. So we have a little bit of pinky yellow and this more pinky, or this one, and I'm gonna add more. So I added extra this because I felt that this is really going down this edge, and I wish you to see that I'm adding, really focusing on the edges. I'm coloring edges all the time, and hoping and adding extra water in the meantime to hope that the movement is gonna happen. If the movement is not happening, that's okay. You can move it with your water in a moment, like, but let it sink in as well. Let it color it, let it sit there, let it like be there, you know, let it to happen, and that's nice. So you can see that we have a bit of darkness going on there, and I like it this way, and let's keep it this way, and that's perfect. That's good. Now next one ideally would be to have some teal color, but honestly I don't have it in this set. But do I have this is tealy. That's a kids cheaper paints. Yes, that's going to be lovely, and it's going to be matching this flower, you know. Can you tell? I hope you can. I'm drying the clothes as well, so if you hear the weird noise of dryer, I'm sorry. But you just sometimes have to do 20 things at the same time, right? And that's today. That's today. Okay, so I'm adding here and there. Now, be careful of the muck and the mixture and stuff, but it's like, try to add the color next to the pink. Of course, it will make this mucky, whatever color. Don't be afraid. A little bit of a muck, it's nice. And then leave it and add on the side the actual turquoise tealy color. So where I'm gonna add it is probably here, because that's the empty sort of spot that I can spot. The spot that I can spot. That makes lovely sense, Marta. I'm picking up the edge, the corner of my page. I hope you can tell. And a beautiful movement. Excuse me. The page is really wet all together, so of course the movement is there. Now don't be afraid that, oh, I don't like that, I don't know. We're gonna be adding white as well in a minute. We'll see how we're gonna do it, but it's fine. It's all good right now, guys. It's really all beautiful. Look at that mix. So it's a tint really of a color, so it's not as, you know, not as bright, not as loud. It's a tint, and I love that. It's a tint. Less of a tint here. That's okay. Kids are back. I think they're playing hide and seek or something. The funnest is that there were 2 pogo sticks earlier on. I was like, guys, I need to record. You need to move a little bit, because I can hear the pogo stick in my studio. It's actually so funny. I really enjoy and appreciate having kids here around, you know. It's so good to have a good company for Hannah. It's so important for kids to grow up with friends and having good relationship with friends. Look at that. Now I'm gonna add the tint of yellow here as well, just a little bit. Oh wow, that's it. Now lastly, it's going to be that it's like a what's the color? It's like the, I'm sorry, a plum. It's like a plum. So I'm gonna add it here. Oh my daisies, it's going to be gorgeousness. So I'm adding my plummy color here. It is not as going movement happening. That's okay. Take it easy, relax. It will go at some point somewhere, and it's okay. If you're gonna tilt it too much and lift it too much, you will have like zoom of the color. We don't want that. We want the movement to take its time, so that way you have the beautiful color staying in the moment, because it is sinking in a little bit, the color pigmentation is staying a little bit, and it's moving forward, but it's like it's leaving behind You lead it as well. Make sure you lead of where it's supposed to go. But it leaves behind, it does leave behind, oh, I loved it. Look at it, like, it is sensational. The way as it is right now here, I nearly wouldn't change a bit. I would just encourage maybe of the slightly better spreading out, but it's just very dodgy because I don't want this to be too spreaded and I don't want this to be too thin, too, like, I don't know, it's hard to nearly explain, but yeah, oh, it's gorgeous. Now, I do feel for a little bit more of here, so I'm gonna grab even extra pigment. Now, these are watercolors. You technically should play with them completely different to what I'm doing. But who says you can't? And why not using expensive watercolors for a mixed media project? Like in my books, I don't understand why people think that certain supplies should only work for certain things and you need to deserve nearly to use the expensive watercolors, for example. No, quite opposite. You deserve to enjoy. You spend your money on the product. You should enjoy it the ways you want. Don't make anything stopping you, especially yourself, from thinking, I don't deserve you such an amazing product. I need to have skills for it. Oh, I need to be good. I need to know what to do or what I'm doing to be able to use it. No, don't. If you're not going to use it, you'll never learn. If you're not going to use it, you never will enjoy it, you never will experience it and move forward and learn from the experience and get better and stuff. So I encourage you to use your expensive supplies because you deserve to use it. You can just give yourself a permission. So I'm also here because technically these are not technically, these are watercolors, but you can see how beautiful the play is. In my old days, let's say 8 years ago, if you look at my older videos, I had more of these coloring projects. I think I didn't speak that much as now. I think maybe my knowledge maybe was less as well of explanation. I can't remember. But this is, I used to color this way and I just so love it. And I'm so glad to be back to such a gorgeous way of. Now it's good to, if you don't want the movement to be happening inside in, just take it out. Just take this and make it more flat-ish. You know, so it will stay the way as it is, and it's gorgeous. Imagine now adding just a little bit of a color here and there with our floweritos. We're gonna figure it out where and how are we going to place it and stuff like that. It's going to be lovely. Oh, I love it. Let's try this. My beautiful friends, I decided to cut it out actually because I have a feeling that we will make a better use once we separate it. Now, I could be wrong, but it just doesn't add up here on my page when I have this. So I thought, okay, let's just cut it out. Let's just see what happens. And that's what I'm thinking, that maybe possibly those leafy things, we're gonna add it elsewhere somehow. See? That's better. That's like, it's so much harder in this case. Like, it's perfect for card because it's your focal point card. Put it on card, happy birthday. Awesome. But in this case I don't want that, so look, better. Same for this one. So that's a little tip for you. Anytime you have your image, try to look at it, my friends, at a different perspective. Cut it half. Don't be afraid. Cut it half. Put it upside down. Maybe think of coloring if it doesn't feel right or whichever. So look, it is so gorgeous. Even if we're gonna leave it as it is, like that, now, it's phenomenal, I think. Well, at least for me. Gorgeous. Imagine this to be here. Maybe we would put it like that or something. Look, oh sorry, there's oxide under. Imagine this. Oh, I love it. We could, oh, I think it's beautiful. I would love some stamping still, some splashes and all. But what if we jump in for a similar story here? Something like, let's say, like this. Maybe it's nearly sad that we are going to do this kind of movement on our flowers.
Hello.
Hello, Hannah. You back home now? Good, but spaghetti is in the making, so get change. You need to take a bath as well. I have a makeup on. Oh, lovely. Courtney was doing makeup for you?
We were in the middle of a game.
Okay, do you know what? If you want to chat about that, we can do that after the video.
No, it's a small story. So we were in the middle of a game. And then some of the girls started playing catch, and it's only me and Courtney, so we went in.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, let me just finish off that. In the meantime, you get changed. Look at your jumper. Clean it off, please, on the corridor. That's okay. Get yourself ready for the bath and for the dinner. Okay. Now, I have a feeling we covered up nearly too much of that here. Oh, I love this. Oh, look how this green is there, and this upside down feels just perfect. Look, isn't it this just gorgeousness? Like, woo, I love it. Now we're gonna add up some, now, actually, speaking of adds up, I'm sorry, I just don't want to glue it down yet because I may change my mind, but let's see if this is what it is. Are we happy to add it here or not necessarily? Oh, that is nice. Let's see if we can have those greenery here. I don't know, let's say like this. Ooh, look how it's finishing, the look, the feel, and everything, right? Let's have a little bit of cut there. Now, I'm finishing, Hannah, in 5 minutes, and I'm gonna, and the dinner is nearly cooked as well. The pasta is cooking for spaghetti thingy, so I'll be right back. But Emily is there if you would like anything right now. Now, oh wow, look, that is so pretty. And this, oh, this is insanely beautiful. And you know what? It reminds me of all the days so much. I know a lot of you have been missing all the days, and I thought I wish to use my flowers. I wish to use my books for the old days techniques, because this is what I have been doing all these years. I don't think we need this. And wouldn't that be amazing to mix it? Oh, look. Voila, a little title, splashing goes, maybe stamping, maybe not even, maybe not necessarily. And it's just so pretty. I love it. Oh, you can hear the spaghettis. And I'll be back. I promise I'll be back today. Let's cut it, a piece of that flower. I'm gonna keep the leftovers and hope that maybe somehow we may still need it. So that's perfect. We don't need any more cutting, but we do need a little bit of more here, so let's do it. I think when you are actually just bending it, it does help you to visualize visualize and see if you like it or if you can change it or whichever. Look, it is gorgeous. I've got my hot glue gun. In this case, I would much more prefer to go with the hot glue gun because this is a thick one, a nice sturdy piece. As I did earlier in the video, it was I added extra layer of paper to have it like this, and I just personally like it this way when we have heavy texture, because this is a texture and we we gluing it on the texture, on this, you know, on this. So thinner paper, of course it would work, like there's no doubt about it, but you may have a little bit of a wrinkle of movement on the actual paper. With this one, there's zero movement because it's thick. So this is why I like it. But again, it's not a necessity. It is more for, I think it's my own, just for my own sort of, I don't know, just the way as I suggested to myself, I guess, you know, nothing more, nothing more. Oh wow, how adorable this is going to be. However we're gonna place those leaves, it's going to be gorgeous. I may keep it a little bit like this. Oh, lovely. And then this one as well. Love, love, love. It's so amazing because this page feels so much like old Marta, like so much like my old projects, the way as I used to color things and do my composition, and like it is totally me in the old days, and I just so love it. I know that a lot of you have been missing it, and actually, you know what I remember as well, a lot of pages that I made over the years, they never had these kind of pages. They never had actually the tutorial going on. So I hope that you will enjoy this now, and hopefully this will come handy to you in terms of making it for yourself something pretty in that way. Look, there we go. I'm just gonna get rid of that little bit of glue and attach it there in that little hole. So keep all your leftovers, as you can tell. I'm so excited because I know that I'm going to finish this page today for sure. Nothing is going to stop me this time. And I will upload it straight away. So Sunday, today it's Sunday, and you're going to have the new video in a moment. Well, maybe not a moment because I need to do beetroot soup as well. I just did spaghetti for the girls. They love spaghetti bolognese. They just love it. I don't eat meat. We barely eat meat, to be honest. I've told you that we're more closer to vegetarian people. But from time to time, even doctor have suggested for the iron and all. Probably this is the only sort of red meat the girls would eat. Maybe Lucas, I don't eat at all. So that's for them. Once in a while I do that because they just adore it. But the everyday life we don't have meat, to be honest, and I'm much more happier with that. I don't know. I just don't feel the need for it at all. That's just how it has been over the couple of years now, to be honest. And I think I'm gonna cut this one as well, and I think I'm happy with that. But and again, everyone is different. Thinks differently, suits to different people, and that's Lucas. I finished. Today is the day that, no, not today is the day. This project is the project that is going to be interrupted 20 times. You know what? That's okay. It happens, but this is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. My old days, Marta. I've done so many journal pages in that vibe over the years, and one of the kind of mostly liked projects were those pages. Actually, a lot of them don't have tutorials, so I would love to hear from you. Tell me, would you like this kind of oh, do you know what? I'm gonna do it like that. Would you like this kind of projects to be happening? So it's not a typical collage, but it's actually art journaling, really. Mixed media art journaling, I would nearly say, with the books. Without the books, but in that kind of... Would you like... come on, Marta, that's too much glue. Would you like this? Let me know. Recently I've asked you something and you've been so amazing. I am this person that would be like, oh, it has to be perfect. Recently I've asked you something and you've been so amazing, saying that yes for the vlogs, and I hope that it will happen soon. I will start vlogging and posting things. There we go. Let's do it like that. It's going to be fantastic. And so this time my question is, how about project of this kind, mixed media journaling? Would you like me to continue in this vibe? I really wish to hear from you. It's very important for me to know what to record. Like, I do have an idea, but as well I know that some people say, oh, I miss the old Marta, and I'm thinking, gosh, maybe I should have been more, I don't know, inclusive for everyone. It's impossible to be for everyone, but maybe I could have, which like project like, oh, project of this kind, I think it's like old Marta. However, I can't imagine using anything else but the books, because I just think it is such a lovely mix right now with the books. So I hope that's okay, because I just have such a pleasure of using it. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know, did you miss old Marta? Or maybe I know what to ask. Maybe you are here since the actual books happened, which is not a long time. Maybe you just here for the collages. Maybe you never saw my older videos. Let's have a chat. I'm gonna rip that glue because it's kind of giving me a little bit of this kind of feel. And let's see if we can somehow cover it. Let's just see. Let's just see if we can either cover it or paint it or whatever. Something. Same for here. There's glue there. That's okay. Look, that's okay. I could cover it, or we could just have a little bit of either inking or, oh yes, or painting. Let's see. I have some watercolor here. We can technically probably just grab some bit of something, and okay, the shade is not the same whatsoever, but that's okay too. It will be covered not to be white, which is perfect, which is good. So let's chat. Let me know. Oh, I love that. You see, and funny enough, you can, if you feel like it, you can get rid of those whites if you don't like. Perfect. I love it. It's okay. Perfect, but it does not have to be perfect. So that's the beauty. I love the 3D. You know what? I'm gonna try and find you the book that I'm talking about. It's here actually. I think it's here. The book with similar projects. Let me grab. Yes. So these are some of these projects. They do have the tutorials. A lot of them don't. And some similar. Where's the one that actually inspired this spread? Look, this is 3D as well. Flowers. My old butterfly. My old flowers. Oh, and they are 3D-ish. You see the texture paste and a play. Same for here, a texture paste with my stencil, my texture paste, and a little bit of art journaling. Same here. So all the days Marta is this, you know, where we have texture paste and the color. And oh, here is another phenomenal example of it. And here is that, you see, the coloring, my old papers, the art technique papers. Oops. Oh, there we go. It worked. Same for here. But this is something that have inspired me, even though it's completely different. My papers, my flowers, I love them so very much. To be on the side. So when I was thinking about today's project, I had this page in mind, even though it's completely different. But oh my days, it's so weird to see my projects today and back then. I don't know the dates. Silly me, I wasn't dating them. I probably could do it. I can still, oh, you see, this one is 2020, for example. So we're talking 5 years ago. You know, things do change, I guess, right? Oh, I so love this. I'm so proud of it. Okay, let's finish it. I won't be getting rid of these bits and pieces. I love them too much. I think it would be phenomenal if we could do a little bit of splashes. I love it as it is. Like, I totally love it as it is. But I think it would be so nice to have some splashes. We could as well do a little bit of inking, or we have some patina, or... But then, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we do need it. I honestly wouldn't like to see this being somehow compromised and not being looking this good. But I think without chancing it and trying it, look at that. We won't know. Look, a touch of that teal-ish color as well. It's lovely. Same for here. Just a little bit. Oh wow, I love this. There is teal here, not much teal there, but we can try and we can, I don't know, we can just have a little bit of touch of teal on this end, so that way it feels that, you know, both of these pages sides are sort of connected, and I think we could chance it to have a little bit of here. There we go, because there was some touch So you see the fact that my images aren't as dark or as colorful. This is a great opportunity for you to actually use the color on top of the images, and I think that's such a wonderful thing to do, because you can customize really your project in that sense, and I think that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know when you know. You know when you know. That's the thing. You know that it's something is so as special as this one, and you know it, like you feel it. I'm looking around at chatting to you, but I'm looking around something that's in front of me, which is the white splashes. So let's white splash that. But I still think we're gonna have to. Oh, there is a texture that's different. But, I mean, seriously, guys, this is insanely beautiful. Now, of course, this is going to be... Oh, I think Hannah's calling me. I'll be right back. But before that, I'm gonna just do the splashes, and I'll leave you and come back to you. Today, it's the day where it's like everything together. So I'm gonna do splashes, and I will leave you, come back to you for the title, I think. Oh, look at it. Isn't it this just gorgeousness? I love it. I so love it. I so love it. I so love it. Now, there we go. Oh, this is insanely beautiful, seriously. The color scheme, the color play here, the I don't know, it's just, I actually didn't even add the white, because I don't think we need to. I honestly don't think we need to. It's just so beautiful the way as it is. I like that. Now, I think the title. What's the title, Marta? What's the title? We need some title. Let me find some title. From our Whispers of Winter background book, we've got on the last page a bonus delight. We have always bonus pages, except the first 4 books. They never had that. We have bonus pages, which is a representation of what's in the other books, possibly. Images are never repetitive. And then I came up for the background books with the extra bonus delight, which is the wording. And I love this one because this one is very much colors. This one is the Whispers of Winter, but the words are general, and colors usually should kind of match up the colors of the book. So that's why it's a little bit of kind of like wintry pastel. I love that, and I think this could be just right. So I don't know how many words and all we're gonna use, but I love them. I just like them all. So let's see how to add it up. Now, hope could be hiding here or something. Dream can also can be hiding. Dream, hope, or maybe they could be here actually. Believe. I don't know, maybe here. Believe. Dream and courage. Actually, I like courage. It matches so much, and recent hour of what's going on in our life, it's exactly that. Have the courage for the change, which isn't easy these days, to be honest. With we're just getting so cozy in our lives that sometimes it's just difficult to get out of your comfort zone, I guess. Now, dream, courage. I like the belief there. I like it there. I think it's perfect the way as it is. Courage, I like the thingy. And maybe dream like this. But then, wouldn't that be nice to have hope there? And, oh, I love it all. And strength, where could the strength be? Or the strength could be here. Strength and hope. My Lucas always says, get ready for hope for the best, but get ready for the worst. He always says that. I'm like, you're so negative, and he goes, no, I'm just rational. I'm like, no. So, oh, that is so pretty. I do love that. I will glue this down. I turned off my hot glue. Do you know, I would prefer this done with the hot glue gun, because yeah, I'll do that. So what I will do is I'm gonna just add it all up there, the way as they meant to be glued down, let's say, on the page, and the glue is there, and I'm gonna make them and raise them and make them thicker as well. There we go. So this is going to be that. The only problem is there's so much glue around it now. I didn't think about that at all, but I can probably just dry this and cut it around it. I've been experimenting a little bit with placing the words, and I do love it. Look, it looks as if this is nearly growing from the flowers, from the leaves. So it's there, but it's not really. It's like a part of it. It's not easy to glue it down this way. So what I may do is I may just lift it up because it's nearly difficult to then place it correctly. Oh, there we go. I may do similar thing here. Just, I don't know, just somehow lift it up. And not the whole part has to be glued down, as long as it's some of it. It will stay in place. Okay, this I may have to take. But look how nicely this looks, where you have like words peeking through, I guess. I love that so much. Words peeking through as the part of the image of the whole, you know, project. Oh, I love this so much. Super awesome. Very different, I think, to be honest. I never done this way. It just came because I couldn't figure out where this is supposed to be placed. Oh, look at it! Believe, courage, dream, hope, and strength. My friends, oh, I so love this page. My beautiful friends, I really hope you liked this one, enjoyed it. Yes, I think we can wrap up at this one. Thank you, as always. A pleasure to be in your homes. I hope the old Marta was something you've been maybe waiting for. Let me know in the comment section down below. How do you like this project? I hope you enjoyed this one. Have fun creating. All the books are available on all the Amazon stores worldwide. Not in my store. We don't ship anymore. We just simply have no time for that. So we ship to some of the stores in the Europe and South Africa as well. Some few places, but personally from our online store we don't ship. We won't be shipping books. I think there's only Halloween available, but other books no. All their products, yes, like the stencil, you can get it in our store, but all the books, all the 20 books are on the Amazon, so please check them out, and the links are in the description box below as well, the video. So open more to see it. I'm looking forward hearing from you. It was a pleasure. It was such a great experience. I know that this video took me so long, so many pauses over a course of a few days, but it is what it is. You just have to, I guess, deal with things and just make the best out of it, and I think I just did that. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful upcoming week, and I'll chat to you soon. I love you loads. Bye.